Hello everyone. So I wanted to do a quick video about this specific Morgan dollar. It's an 1879, and so on this weekend, last weekend, I went through my collection and I went through a couple of my pieces that I really didn't examine well since I had purchased them, and I was doing some coin preservation. I like to do my own coin preservation, and I came across this one specific piece, and I hadn't initially noticed, but generally it is a pretty nice looking piece. On first glance, you might not notice anything wrong with it. It looks like the fields are somewhat semi-reflective, and the devices are nicely frosted. So overall, a quite attractive looking coin, but I noticed something. So I did my coin preservation and I was able to clear up the fields a little bit, and sometimes I cannot tell right away when I do this. So if you look at it closely, you will see these hazy spots on the surface. There is some to the right by the cap, a little bit above the hairline, and there is a lot on the fields to the left, and generally around the rim of the coin. You can't really tell too much on the devices because of the frosty look of it, but if you take a closer look, you'll be able to tell the reverse isn't as bad. It looks a little bit nicer. Some spots here and there, but very, very minimal. So what is this? Why does this coin look this way, and what's up with the situation? So I hope you can tell from the camera here. It is much more evident. Oh, here, that's a good close look at the coin. So see if I can. Here, for example, right by the E, it's very evident, and there's generally, instead of having a semi-reflective surface, there is a lot of haze over it. So what I have personally noticed is that if you dip a coin, the finished result can very much look like this. If you use a product such as eZest or eZest, then if you don't take the right preparations and if a coin exhibits a lot of deep and heavy toning, after you finish dipping a coin, you might be left with these spots on the surface. I have seen it many times. It has happened to me as well, and that is one of the reasons why I personally do not like to use coin dipping products such as eZest. I try to stay away from them as much as I can, but if I decide to want to dip a coin, I can tell you guys a little trick on how to minimize these hazy remnants that are left behind on a coin after a dip. And what I usually like to do is I use acetone and isopropyl alcohol to just loosen up the toning on the coin before I proceed with the dip. It can take from just a few minutes to several hours. It really depends on the coin itself, but I found that if I do preparations beforehand and use a acetone and alcohol bath, then the final dipped coin generally looks better, and hazy spots like the ones you see on here can be greatly minimized. It's a nice looking coin. It's a shame that it has these spots. I am currently trying to see what I can do about these, but only time will tell. I am not too sure if I can take care of it. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. So as far as dipping coins are concerned, sometimes you shouldn't dip them. Who knows how this coin looked before it was dipped. And so the reason why the reverse in this case looks so much cleaner than the obverse is because probably the reverse didn't have as much toning as the obverse, so it was probably just an obverse toner, and somebody decided to give this one a dip, and this is the result. It could have ended up better than this. So maybe in the future I'll do a video on coin preservation, so just a heads up. And yep, hope you found this interesting. If you didn't know how dipping can affect a coin in the end, then well, hope I could share something useful with you guys. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day.